love the Big Ten, but I kind of wanted to get out of Minnesota. I think the ultimate decision was the coaching staff. I love the intense, like go hard all the time, but also I think they do a really good job of balancing it out. So it was mainly the coaches that brought me here. We have 7 freshmen, so that's a lot, and I think they've done, especially the upperclassmen and the 2 leaders, Val and Kiki, have done a really good job of bringing us together and emphasizing that family is the most important part of this team, and that's what's going to get us through. So I think they really hit home on that, and we've all just come together so well, even in such a short time. There's so many people who can just do so many things on this team. You have no idea where you're going to play from practice to practice, or better yet, in the first game. And we have so many people with just such great talent. So I think it's kind of always a surprise. You show up at practice and you get put in the lineup and you just got to play wherever they put you. Sometimes when I'm just like hitting really well, I'm like, yes, I want to hit all the time. And then some days I'm getting blocked every time, I'm hitting it out, and I'm just like, wow, I wish I was just a setter. It's hard to say which one I like more, but I like that they can balance each other out. I did gymnastics, which is kind of a single person sport. I did golf, which is kind of team but kind of individual. And volleyball is just, I love it. I mean, if you're having an off day, one of your teammates is going to pick you up, and that's the great part of it. And it's so intense all the time. Like, you step out on the court and there is no mercy on either side of the net. It is just go, go, go all the time. And I love that because I'm a very competitive and intense person. My parents have really emphasized family all their life. Like, we will miss a volleyball game if we're having a family event. And that's just kind of the way I grew up. So coming here and having family here as well is just really comforting to me. And I like that a lot about this culture. My faith is definitely the most important thing, and I just wake up knowing, like, wow, this day, everything I do, I want it to be towards Jesus. I would be so lost in this world if I didn't have that. I would just be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So knowing that I have that faith and that stability is kind of like a security blanket to me, and that is definitely what gets me through the day and explains my tattoo, saying that Jesus is greater than I am all the time. I think as a Minnesotan, you have to play hockey at some point in your life. And so I played for 3 years. My dad was my coach, and I was on an all-boys team. Even having my dad as my coach, it was funny because I was so little when I started, and the first year I actually had to redo hockey because I just wanted to lay down and make snow angels on the ice the whole time. And I think it just made it easier knowing my dad was out there. It was fun, and I love it. I love watching it. I even, like, nowadays, I just love going out and ice skating. It's so much fun. The height wasn't really working on skates anymore. I was looking like a 3-legged deer out there. I'd have to say it's a tie between skydiving, which was just a few months ago, or swimming with sharks, which was crazy because there was no cage this time. You're just out there, and so are the sharks, so that was really cool. That's the Minnesota part of me. I mean, I like to be a girly girl, but I try to step outside the box and do all the things that guys can do. So. Just fishing with my dad. It's my favorite. Everywhere I go, people are like, oh my gosh, when do you play Minnesota? And I'm like, November 22nd, I got it down. So even like the person who cuts my hair wants to come. And like people I see, like the checkout lady at like the grocery store is like, no way, you're going to Purdue? She's like, I want to come watch. So I don't know who's going to be there, but I know I have lots of family who want to be there and just random people. So hopefully they'll be wearing Purdue and not Minnesota.